Hi class, so today we are going to learn how to solve these simultaneous equations that are involving index. Okay, so the first thing is, so you see like two different equations here. 25m times 5n equals to 5 power 8. Okay, mn. So okay, whenever this is solved, selesaikan remember you need to find the value of m and value of n. What is the value? So we are going to do the solution and we are going to find the value for m and then n. So solve meaning you must find the two values lah. Okay, so you see your alphabet m is over here. It's like the power, right? M, n, m, n. Okay, so the first thing, look at this. 25m times 5n equals to 5 to the power of 8. Okay, so how are we going to solve this? Okay, so before you do this, what you need to do is actually you need to make the base same. Jadikan asas tu sama. Okay, 25, 5, 5. Okay, so you see this is base 5, right? Base meaning the big number here, 5, 5. So if this is 5, 5, this one also we can make it into 5, right? So 25, this is 25. How can you make it into base 5? Base meaning the base must be 5, the big number must be 5, and then there will be a small power here lah. Change this 25 into 5 into something. How we can put it here? 5 power what? We get 25. 5 power 2. We get 25. Yes or no? So write this as 5 power 2. And then remember we have this m here. So since it's your first step, put a bracket and put m here. Okay? Just put the m. So 5 squared or 5 to the power of 2, you get 25. So you are basically changing this form to 5 power 2 and then the m, just put a bracket and put it outside. Okay, and then this is times 5 and equals to 5 power 8. Okay, now okay, look at this. 5 to bracket. Okay, anytime we have a bracket, what does it mean, class? The power we can times, yes or no? So the 5, just bring it down. 2 times m, what do you get? You get 2m. And then times 5n equals to 5 power 8. Okay, so now once you already get this, okay, remember what you learned in this index chapter. Okay, when the base is same, bila asas sama, 5 and 5, same base, and then times. What can we do with the power, class? Okay, 5 we will put 5, and then since this is times, the same base and then times the power we can plus 2m plus n. 2m plus n. Okay, why I put plus? Because we have times. Whenever you have the same base and you have times, the power you can plus. Equals to 5 power 8. Okay, now what is the next step? Once you already do this, you see this is also 5, this is also 5. So what are you going to do is you are going to form like one equation. So 5, 5 same lah. So basically you can cut this out. So what is remaining? The power. So just take out the power. 2m plus n equals to 8. You don't need to put this line. This one I'm just showing you. Okay. So you just like take out the power and put it one side. So this is your equation, your first equation. So from this index, how you can get this? First step, make sure the base is same, expand it correctly, and if times meaning the power you will plus. If let's say here you have divide, kalau ada bahagi, what you must do with the power? You must minus. Remember, same base times power we will plus. Same base divide power we will minus. Now here we put 2m plus n, right? Let's say if I have divide in between, meaning the power I will do 2m minus n. So that's the difference. So now you do this, you get your first equation. This is done for now. Okay, now we look at this. 2m times 1 over 2n equals to 2. Again, this one also we must solve until we find like one equation here. So what are we going to do? 2m is already 2m. Okay. Okay. First step here, what we did, class? We made the base same, yes or no? 5, 5. Here this one also we made it to 5. Okay, now this look at this one. 2. Base 2, yes. This one 2 got no power, right? You see got no power. So anything that does not have any power, meaning it's automatically power 1. So your first step here, add the power first. So base 2 power m, base 2 power 1. Okay, now look at this. This is base 2, this is base 2. But this one we have in the form of fraction. So how are we going to change this? Okay, so I write this 2 to the power of m, I bring it down. Times, I put the same thing, times. Okay, 2, 1 over 2n. If we want to change it to the base 2, we will write here 2 negative n. Okay, now you may ask me, teacher, how can I remember this? Okay, I will teach you all one hint. Okay, now, okay, let's say I show a few examples here in class. Okay, let's say this is 1 over 7x. Okay, for index, remember usually the numbers will be, okay, I erase this first. Okay, usually the numbers will be like normal number, meaning like this 7x. And another one will be in form of fraction like 1 over 7x. Contoh, for example. So now 1 over 7x. If I want to change the form tukar bentuk, how can I do? Okay. Remember there are only two forms. One is fraction, another one is normal number form. Remember it like this. I'm giving you all an easy way for you all to remember. So remember, one is the normal number form, another one is like the fraction form. Okay, so 1 over 7x, this is fraction form. First identify that fraction form. So if you want to change the form, tukar bentuk, this fraction will become normal number, meaning 1 over 7x, right? So normal number meaning just 7. Okay, once you put the 7, okay, this is fraction, this is normal number, right? Okay, this one you already make it here. Now what will happen to the x? Positive x will become negative x. Okay, now I will give another example. Okay, let's say 1 over 5 negative negative 3 lah, for example. 1 over 5 negative 3. Okay, teacher asked you all, okay, change the form, tukar bentuk. So how are you going to do that? First, what form is this? A fraction. So when you want to change the form, tukar bentuk, fraction will become normal number. So this is 1 over 5, right? So when you change, what number should you write here? 5. 1 over 5 meaning normal number is 5, right? 5. Okay. What will happen to the power? Negative 3. Just now positive x becomes negative x. Now this one negative 3 becomes positive 3. That's the thing. Okay, now I give you all here. Okay, let's say over here I write it here. Okay, 5, not 5, maybe 7. Oh, not 7 again. Okay, maybe 9, negative 2. Okay, change the form. How are you going to change the form? Negative 2. Okay, look at this. This is the normal number of fraction, normal number. So anytime you want to change the form, it must go into, this is normal number. So if you want to change, it must go into fraction, right? So this is 9. So bila cikgu nak tukar bentuk, I want to change the form, 9 will become 1 over 9. And then what will happen to the power? Negative 2 will become positive 2. Try a different question. 3 to the power of 6. Now change the form. So you look at this is a normal number, right? If you want to change, remember there are only two forms. One is normal number, another one is in the form of fraction. This is like normal number, change it into fraction, right? So 3, if you want to change, it will become 1 over 3, okay? And then this is positive 6, right? So what will happen to the power when you change? Positive 6 will become negative 6. So remember, fraction, if you want to change, it will become normal number and the power will become like opposite lah, terbalik. So remember this. This is like one short tip that I am teaching you all for you all to remember lah. Okay, now this one teacher straight away put this times 2 the power negative n, right? So what you can do, you can pause the video and you can try to think and try to do it again. Okay, so 1 over 2n, what number is this? It's in fraction. So if you want to change it, it will become a normal number. Okay, so teacher put 2. Okay, and then this is positive n, right? So positive n, when I change, it will become negative n. So that's how I get this. Equals 2 to the power of 1. Clear, class? So this is how we do it lah for this part. Okay, so once this is done, what are we going to do? So this is base 2, base 2, base 2. Okay, same base times what we can do with the power. Write the 2 first. M times, right? Times. So times meaning you have to plus. Put the plus first, huh? Plus, what power we have here? Negative n. So remember this is negative n, right? So put bracket, class. Please, if you are very good at shortcut, you can do shortcut. If not, just follow the traditional method. Plus negative n equals to 2 to the power of 1. Okay, and then your next step, 2m. Okay, positive negative will become negative. M minus n. If you don't know this, remember sama tanda jadi tambah, tak sama tanda jadi tolak. Okay, 2m minus n equals to 2 to the power of 1. Okay, now what's your next step? Same base, you can take out the power. M minus n equals to 1. Okay, so this is our second equation. Persamaan kedua. 1, 2. From this one we get this. From this one we get this. Okay, so is this done, class? Are we done here? Not yet. They say solve, right? Solve meaning we need to find the value of n. How much? And n also how much? Now we are only halfway. Okay, so 2m plus n and this one, right? Okay, so what are we going to do? Now this one is what you learned in your form 1. We are going to use the substitution method or elimination method for these two equations. So you get these two different equations. So first write it first. 2m plus n equals to 8. This is your first one. Next one is m minus n equals to 1. This is your second equation. Okay. Now I'm going to use the substitution method, kaedah penggantian. You can also use the elimination method if you know that, but for this question, I always like substitution method, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so how to use the substitution method? Okay, so this substitution method and this elimination method, we use it for simultaneous linear equations, equations like this. So I'm sure you already learned before. Now I'm teaching you again this substitution method. Okay, so for the substitution method, your first step, okay, you see you have two different equations, right? What you must do is you must choose one equation that looks easier for you. I'm teaching you the easy way. Choose the equation that looks easier for you. Okay, look at this. First one, second one. The second one looks like easier, right? We have fewer numbers, and it looks easy for me. So I'm just going to take this second equation. M minus n equals to 1, right? M minus n equals to 1. So I'm going to take this class, and now what I'm going to do? Okay, once you already choose one, what you must do is, remember we have m and n equals to 1. So your first step, you must make sure there is only one type of alphabet on the left side. So this is m, n. So you can actually choose either you want to put m at the left side or n at the left side. Both also accepted. But what I would always suggest, go for the easy one lah. So my m, I'm just going to put it here. I want my m to be here. Okay, so the negative n, I want to bring it to the other side lah. So 1 is just the same, bring it down. Negative n goes to the other side, becomes positive n. Clear? First, choose one equation that is easy and then make sure there's only one alphabet at the side, at the left side. So now I want to make sure m is over here. So the negative n I bring to the other side. Negative goes to the other side, becomes positive. So m equals to 1 plus n. So this is my brand new equation, equation 3. Now once I've already formed this class, okay, this method's name is substitution, right? Kaedah penggantian. So from the second one, I get this. So what I'm going to do, since it's kaedah penggantian, substitution, I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute. Now from this one, the second one, we get this, right? So now we are going to take this and we are going to ganti inside the remaining equation, which is this one. So take the 3, okay, I put here, 3 into 1. You don't even have to put this, but I'm just putting it to explain to you all. So I'm going to substitute the third equation into my first equation. So what's my first equation? I read it again. 2m plus n equals to 8, right? So when you substitute 2, okay, put the 2, m, right? For m, what do you have here? Look at your equation. M equals to 1 plus n. M equals to 1 plus n. So what must you do here? Now 2m. So put a bracket. You are going to substitute m here. Remember m you already know 1 plus n. So take this and you substitute here. Ganti ke dalam yang ini. So remember whenever you substitute, always remember to put a bracket. So 2, just put 2 bracket 1 plus n. Close the bracket. You already ganti, right? Okay. And then plus n, put plus n. Equals to 8. Okay. Next, once you already ganti, okay, this is the normal mathematics that you all learn in the expansion chapter before, right? How can we solve this bracket? Remember we have bracket. Remember when you have a bracket and you have a number in front, meaning you have to times, right? Okay. 2 first times the first times the second. That is how we expand our bracket. So 2 times 1 we get 2. 2 times n we get, this is positive, right? So positive 2n. So you already expand lah. 2 times 1 you get 2. 2 times n you get positive 2n. And then plus n, bring it down, equals to 8. Okay. And then 2, just put 2. Okay, this is n plus n, right? Same alphabet, we can solve, yes or no? So how are we going to solve? Okay, this is 2n, right? And this is plus n. Plus n meaning plus 1n. Remember, anything that has alphabet like A, B, C, it automatically has number 1 at the front. So 2 plus 2n plus 1n. What do you get? 2 plus, remember don't include this, this one got no n, so you cannot solve, so just bring it down. Only these two, 2n plus 1n, you can solve. 2 plus 1 we get 3n lah, 3n equals to 8. Okay, and then 3n equals to 8, right? Okay, teacher show it here. Okay, 2 plus 3n equals to 8. Now what is your next step, class? Okay, your next step is, okay, you want to find the value of n, right? When you want to find the value of n, only your n can be at the left side. So all these numbers we don't want. So what are we going to do? 3n, just let it be. 8, let it be. Positive 2 goes to the other side, becomes negative 2. So 3n, 3n. 8 minus 2, what do you get? You get 6. Okay, and then 3n equals to 6. So if you want to find the value of n, okay, remember 3n meaning 3 times n. Anything that is sticking together like 2a, 3a, anything, what it actually means is 2 times a, 3 times a. So now this 3n meaning 3 times n. So the times 3, when it goes to the other side, it becomes divide 3. So 6 divide 3. 3 times n, right? So this divide 3 we don't want, because we only want the alphabet to be here. So the times 3 goes to the other side, becomes divide 3. Same thing, if over here got divide, the divide goes there, becomes times. But this is times, right? Times goes to the other side, becomes divide. So your n, 6 divided by 3 you get 2. So your n value you get 2. So remember, just now we want to find the m value and n value, right? So our n we already get, which is 2. But don't be so excited, we still need to find the m, right? Okay, so once you already find your n, can you find your m value? Yes, look at your equation. You get this n equals to 2, so you can simply take this n value and ganti inside any equation that you like lah. But again, look which one is direct. Look, this one is more direct, right? M equals to 1 plus n. So just take this m equals to, okay, to show it here. I show it here. M equals to 1 plus n, right? Okay, remember, I repeat again, you can use any equation and you can ganti this n value into this, you'll get the same answer. But what I always advise you, go for the easier one lah. See, this is more direct, right? So m equals 1 plus n. Okay, so yeah, m equals to 1 plus, what's the n value? Just now you get 2. So ganti the 2. So yeah, m equals to 3. So n is equals to 2, m is equals to 3. Done. That's all. Thank you. Keep trying more questions like this so that you will really master doing this type of questions lah. And also please like, share and subscribe to this channel lah. Thank you, students.